What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the latest episode of Unplanned and Unashamed with Ray Money and Isaiah Pinnell.
But it was, I drove to Florida.
Gotcha.
I drove 8 hours, so it was still, some work because you got to drive so many hours. So,
Gotcha.
But the kids enjoyed it, so it was cool.
I think we need to call the podcast Figuring It Out and abbreviate it to FIO.
And that's it. We just figuring it out.
The FIO show. The FIO show.
Hey, man. That's pretty much what I do every day. I be just trying to figure it out.
I do the same thing. I just figure it out day by day. I don't know what I'm, just figuring it out.
And piecing it. Yeah. So, my vacation was good, man. How was work, man?
It was good. It was good. I'm prepping for a show up in Virginia, August the 4th. So I've been, studying my material because I have some new stuff in there that I want to work out. I have a new bit so I work at a nursing home, and there was this guy that proposed to his girlfriend at the nursing home in the dining room in front of a room full of old people with dementia. So, like, half of the people involved ain't going to remember it.
They ain't got no witness.
They ain't got no witness. No witness at all. But yeah, they was eating supper, and I forgot what they had for supper that day. It was probably like, pinto beans and cornbread or something. And he just got down on one knee in the whole dining room and popped out the ring. And I'm thinking, honey, if I was you, I would have said, hell no, you got to step up your game, homeboy.
Oh, man. So you be putting the pressure on him, man. That's what he had.
Now, you was telling me a story one time we talked on the phone. Wasn't you late for your marriage proposal?
No. My wife was late.
Your wife was late.
She on the other side of the camera.
So what?
Hey, watch it, man. Let's not get into
you don't want to
about what I said, because now it be all jokey on your little podcast, and then after the podcast we gonna be arguing.
Yeah, I don't want to turn into Chris Rock. No, I'm kidding. So you don't want to tell that story? We're just going to steer clear.
Oh, no. No, I proposed to my wife in front of the church, and look at her bringing me a fan. Thank you. It's hot in here. She turned the AC off. She's like, "That's the least I could do." She get cold though. But I proposed in front of the church. We had what do we do? I had set it up where I can have like the projector with some pictures and stuff from previous times I was dating and stuff, and then she was oblivious. So it didn't even matter. Let me just tell you something. She was just she had no idea what was going on.
She was just oblivious to it all.
She was like, wait, we late for church? And then, because we would go to church, but, we just, right. I try to make it as much as just like a regular day of just us going to church, and then the regular Sunday, and then I just invited all our family, and let me see, I had a few people online. And then, so they could watch the Zoom basically. So, and the church told me I had to make an announcement. So I had planned it out with the pastor and everybody. And then,
so you was doing it at the beginning of the service?
No, at the announcement.
Oh, gotcha,
in the middle.
Gotcha. So after
in the middle of the. And like in the middle of the service, so we had it was like after they had did like some of the I ain't gonna lie, we was late, so I don't know what happened beforehand. But normally they do all the singing and praise and worship and all that good stuff, and then they kind of start to go into the announcements and some of the church, kind of some of the church business. And then we have the announcements and the welcomes and all the other things, and then one of the announcements was that, so we did it during the middle, and then we kind of, the pastor brought me. We had one more announcement.
Yeah, I hear you. I was late for church the other day. They was done well into service when we got there. They was still liking, praise and worship and singing. And I go to a non-denominational church, so they sing for like 40 minutes and stuff.
Oh yeah. You could have ate lunch and then came back and sang praise and worship that long.
I could have had an egg on steak and baked potato for lunch, and then they still came back and they still would have been singing "Wade in the Water."
I think I heard one time somebody was like, if it take that much for you to get into the spirit an hour with some change, you've been away from church too long.
Right.
That's what that is. You need to come with it already on the edge, and we just few songs you already there.
Well, our church does like 3 or 4, but they spend like 15 minutes per song.
Oh, 15 minutes per song. Yeah, that could. They go through each one of the lines in the hymnal.
Right.
Y'all gonna go through the whole song? Like, let's skip some of these verses right here.
I'll be like looking down at my watch and be like, daggone, they're still going.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you, what's your praise and worship like? What's y'all at your church? What is it like out there?
So we actually have a band. Like, we got a guitar player and somebody on the keyboards. Okay. And
you go to a black church?
No. But, yeah, we do have
guitar.
And when the preacher is preaching, he'll get on the keyboards and like play the keyboards and stuff while the preacher is preaching.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a black church. You ain't gonna tell me no different.
There is a lot of black people, but it's a mixture of like there's.
I got you. I'm just messing with you.
But yeah, the guy will get on the keyboards and just start playing while the preacher's preaching, and everybody's like, "Preach it, shout it," So.
That's cool, man. Like, I just recently, I performed in Cherokee, North Carolina, and my family, we went to we started things, trying to get out and about to go take the kids since we travel, go to church in some of the areas that we go to, so we're just not always missing church, so we're just guessing. And so we started this while I was in Cherokee and performing at the casino, and I just went to one of the churches there. And it was cool, man, because it was some natives there, so they did some of the like the praise and worship. They sing the song, and then they say some of the prayers and stuff in Cherokee. Gotcha. And I was in that's the native tongue, and it was interesting to see. I never seen it done like that before, so it's pretty cool.
That does sound cool. I would like to attend a primarily Native American worship service. I bet that'd be real cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, back then I was like, look, man, we willing to, venture off in anywhere. So
my great grandfather, he used to take moonshine to the Cherokee Indians, and they have back in like the 1930s and stuff. And you can't bring alcohol into the reservation unless, it's at the casino. So he would like...
You said, who did this?
My papa, my great-grandfather. He would...
Your great-grandfather was a bootlegger?
Yeah, basically, he was a bootlegger. But he was a bootlegger.
He was smuggling liquor to the Cherokees. Hey, man.
And then
man, he probably big in the Cherokee community.
Oh, he was back in the day. My grandma has a big picture of him and one of the chiefs and stuff, and he has on this big feathered headdress and everything.
Oh yeah, you gotta. They done made the Plug family. Right? Your great papa was the Cherokee liquor plug.
Yeah, she has a picture hanging up in the living room. It was him and my great uncle Hoot. That was his nickname, Hoot. That's how you know you.
Hoot?
Yeah, Hoot.
Oh, who was it? That was the real one. Yeah, because he had to hoot. Hey, he's a marketing genius.
But yeah,
what's his name? Hoot.
Yeah, Hoot.
Yeah, because I got it.
So yeah, he would take moonshine, and then in return, they would teach him how to make arrowheads. So
you know how to make arrowheads?
Mm-hmm. So one,
do you know how to make arrowheads?
I have no clue how to make arrowheads. So, but yeah,
your grandpa took all that liquor and learned how to make arrowheads.
That's exactly what happened. He would say, "Here's moonshine. You teach me how to make arrowheads." And then one day he went back up to Virginia and he had this idea. He made his own arrowhead and dipped it in dirt. And then he sold it for like $200 because they thought it was an actual legit Cherokee Indian arrowhead. They didn't know the difference.
You come from a long line of criminals. I see, Isaiah. He made hooch and scammed people.
Well, a bunch of my grandfather was moonshiners, so yeah, I do come from a long line of criminals.
Hey man, let me tell you something.
They the smooth criminals though. They like that Michael Jackson, the smooth criminal.
I just messing with you. Maybe. I mean, it's all perspective.
Right.
Some people call them criminals. Some people call us youth activists. No, I mean, I don't know. Some people call them. I don't know, man. If you like alcohol, that's the man.
So, did you do anything fun on vacation with the kids and stuff?
Man, it was they had a great time. I was spending money, so it kind of not just playing. We went to a pirates pirate show, like Pirates of the Caribbean type show, where they dinner theater. We gone to these things like before, like we gone to it was medieval times one where they joust and do stuff like that. So that was cool. But then we went to the pirate one. It was alright. It wasn't really, I don't know, I guess. But the I guess the highlight was just we were just at where we were at. We took one. We did one of these little timeshare things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did the timeshare for the vacation. Oh man, it was nice too. It was nice. So we spent a few days just at the hotel. I mean, they got like 4 swimming pools with tennis courts and basketball and ping pong. He had all type of stuff, and we were just trying to spend some family time. And then we took a drive and rode by and walked through like Disney Springs to like the little shopping area and stuff.
So you went to
just spending time.
You went to Orlando area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I've been through Orlando, but I've never actually like been in Orlando. I drove through.
You never been in Orlando?
Yeah, well, I drove through it going to the John Reap cruise because that's where we landed. Was in the Orlando airport, but I've never actually like been in Orlando.
Hey man, you better get you one. Look, you need to start your Hilton or Marriott, one of these little honors programs. They send you these little timeshare trips. You can go for like 2-3 days. Or no, I mean about 3-4 days.
Does the Baymont have a timeshare thing?
Is that where you are now?
No, I'm at home now.
Hey man,
last week that's where I stayed at. Remember, I was at a Baymont.
I had a problem with Baymont.
What's your problem?
One time, man.
What?
Man, I don't like Baymont at all, man. Like one time I went to, you stay as a community. We stay in different hotel spans. This is what has upgraded me to doing, because I've been in so many, and one of them had some bugs in there. Gotcha. And I generally check all the rooms as soon as I get in, so I generally pay. But I didn't know that you had to you could check them before you pay. I didn't know that, so I paid. I went and checked the room, and they had bugs. I'm like, nah, I don't want to stay here. I was like, can I get a refund? Like, I literally just walked in and walked right back to the office. I hadn't kids and nothing to get out of the car. And then, because they generally travel, my wife and everybody travel on the road with me, so it's at this particular one, I don't know where we were at. I ain't gonna say the name, it don't even matter. But it had buzz. I went back to the front, and I was like, wait, this room got bugs, and I'd rather not stay tonight. And I was like, hey, let me just get a refund. It was less than 2 minutes. I went and opened the door, checked the room, like, nah, I'm good. And she was like, no. I called man. You have to talk to management. Okay. And then I was like, all right, cool. The manager's now he's gonna be in tomorrow. I'm like, well, I'm not staying tonight. I don't know what you need to do. I'm gonna go somewhere else, and I'll come back tomorrow for my money. I come back tomorrow, the next day, and the manager don't know nothing. Now I'm like, look, we are. I don't know who you need to get back up here. I'm like, you just took my money. I'm like, I didn't need to stay. And I talked to him, and I got called the police and all type of other stuff. But I'm like, Baymont, you assholes, you still owe me some money.
Calling out the Baymont.
Clean your room.
I'm going to be honest. When I stayed in the Baymont last time we did the podcast, I didn't check for any bugs. I walked in.
Hey, man.
I walked in, I took off the shorts, and I just ran straight for the bed. I was like,
man, let me tell you something. It is traveling from hotel to hotel. You bound to catch something. You got bed bugs or something, because people travel in different. Just depending on where they're going, they travel differently. Like I don't always. Sometimes I travel solo, and I don't care the price. I'll just take a cheap. Well, I used to. I'm learning now not to do the cheap room all the time, but I still would. Just because it's just me. I don't care. I've slept in a car before, so I'm like, all right, let me get somewhere. But you mess around and get bed bugs. So I check. It's just before anything I check, I go and check the room first. Because they be looking nice on the outside, but you get in there like, wait.
That's how it is at the Wilderness in Pigeon Forge. Here we're calling out hotels now. The Wilderness in Pigeon Forge. When it first opened up, me and my family stayed there, and I had to have been about 10 or 11. And Mom, she's like, she'll check sheets, change them, everything. Like she's a stickler about it. Yeah. I don't know how we called it because I can remember her checking the sheets, but somehow we ended up with scabies because the people before us had them.
Scabies?
Yeah, scabies.
Hey, let me tell you something. I've become more and more over the years. The more you stay in hotel, you're like, nah, I got to go because you just like, ugh. I get tired of the inconsistency, I guess.
And
it's just like, all right,
and the Wilderness.
Like it was another.
Go ahead.
You said scabies? Mm-hmm. That's wild.
Yeah, the Wilderness had just opened up, and it looked like a 5-star hotel and everything. They had a nice indoor water park. And then when we got back, we was riding in the car from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I just started scratching. I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I so itchy? And we had to go to our pediatrician, like our child pediatrician. And one of his nurses had to take like a little scraper and scrape all the bites and stuff. It was disgusting.
What?
Yeah, they have to
that's wild.
Scrape all your bug bites.
You got you got escaped. You went to the wilderness and you got a real wilderness experience.
They should have added that in the brochure.
Waterfalls and palm trees and no
waterfalls, palm trees, indoor water park, a big nice water slides, and then
scabies. Hey, it sounds nice, man.
Oh, it was nice, except for the scabies. That was, and then
except for that rash on your ass.
Yeah, except for those big old bug bites all over my left ass cheek. Those wasn't very nice.
Hey, where's that though? You might get you some bug spray. And how much were the rooms?
I don't remember, but they was expensive.
Indoor water park?
Yeah, they had an indoor water park. And then they had like
we're gonna get some itch cream and go on anyway.
And they have a lazy river. They have a lazy river on the outside. I mean,
they got a lazy river.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Where'd you get it from? Did you get it from how did you know where you got them from?
Well, I think it was just the people that stayed in the room before us had it.
I mean, how do you know that's where you in the room is where you got them from?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Can you get them from anywhere else?
I'm not sure. So maybe we might not have got it from the room, but that's what we are thinking.
Oh, Isaiah brought the skate. No, I just play.
I brought the scabies back with me.
I just play. Where the like you could have got like how do you catch scabies? What is the?
It's just like a little bug that gets in under your skin, and then it like hatches other bugs and poops under your skin. Like it's a nasty bug.
It's a bug that poops under your
Yeah.
skin. Look, I'm itching now. Just think about it.
So yeah, we calling out all the hotels today. Baymont, Wilderness.
Hey, just let you know, just as a safety precaution, Isaiah, all these are gonna be video podcasts.
And then, well, to make it even worse, 3 years later, so that happened when I was 10. So I was about 13. We stayed at the Wilderness again because we didn't learn our lesson from catching the scabies. And we're in the water park, and they have like little restaurants that you can go up to and get like pizza or a burger or just simple, quick stuff. So we got this pepperoni pizza and went back and set it at our table, and we wandered back off. Well, when we was walking back towards our table, we saw a rat, not a mouse, a rat about that long, crawling under our table right where our pizza is at.
That was part of the decoration.
That was part of
the... He worked there.
He's an employee. He had a little name badge and everything.
This is the Wilderness. What you don't stay to see no animals? This is me if I'm the manager at the Wilderness. You ain't seen no animals? What you expect to get? You expect to get all this and no animals?
Right. Yeah, he had a little name badge and everything underneath that table. But yeah, that was the last time we stayed at the Wilderness. Is when that big old. I mean, it was a.
Okay, so you were young, so you don't even know. I'm gonna look up the Wilderness. I want to see how much these tickets are.
Oh, they're expensive, and it's still like a top hotel in Pigeon Forge, Sevilleville, Gatlinburg, that area.
What is it? Is it the Wilderness in Pigeon?
It's the Wilderness at the Smokies.
I want to see what it looks like. Wilderness is stays from $46. Oh yeah, man, that's what come with it. What I mean, we look at the Wilderness at the Smokies. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
I want to see what the tickets cost as of today. Do you know which part you stayed in?
I don't remember.
Yeah, let's just pick one. The Wilderness Villa. Let's see here. Oh man, they ain't got no rooms. All right. This must be a great deal. I don't know.
Oh, could you not find how much a room was?
I'm looking now.
Gotcha.
Double queen couch. Oh wait, that's for.
Now when we go up, we just rent a cabin or something. We said screw the hotels and all that. We're just going to get a cabin from now on.
Wow. I can't even. I haven't found a opening.
Wait, so they're like booked out that far?
Oh, here we go. No, this is like August 8th. Let's see, a double queen. This is like the smallest room. Four people is a double queen, like a basic hotel room. Let's see how much it is. Let's see. Coming in on a Friday, checking out on a Saturday. Well, it's $279. So for one night, 2 adults, $347.44.
And we stayed like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think.
Ooh, baller. Well, this is time ago, right?
Yeah, this was a long time ago, so it was probably about,
Man, this many people for $300 a night. I'm sure they must have cleaned up their act, I guess. Wait, because that was what? How old are you now?
I'll be 23 in September, so that was like 12 years ago.
By 12, oh yeah, they doing. Maybe they gave them
maybe they stepped up the game a little bit. Let's hope they stepped up the game.
You go back, the mouse is a supervisor.
Yeah, there you go. He's running the damn thing. He's like, I'm in charge now. I got my own office. I got my own little babies running things too.
Oh, y'all got a problem? Excuse me. Let me get Mr. Whiskers for you. What?
And then the housekeepers are a bunch of little scaby bugs just running around.
Oh man, that's good, man. I had. Let me see. I've had a few hotel like type instances. Like, let's see. One time I found a pair of drawers. Not my drawers, somebody else's drawers in the bed. This is Equality in Dothan, Alabama. You assholes.
Oh, I've stayed at a hotel in Dothan, Alabama one time.
Man.
And there was like a Mexican restaurant right beside it and a Krispy Kreme. I don't remember the name, but I've stayed at a hotel in Dothan, Alabama.
Let me tell you something, but the hotel was so packed they didn't have another room for me to go to. And I just had to just give me the sheets.
And you found somebody else's drawers in the sheets?
Man, my wife put her leg up under the cover. We got under the covers, and normally we just check around the edge. Now I got to strip the sheets and stuff off to make sure and thoroughly inspect. But the room seems moderately clean. It seemed clean. I mean, but I was like, all right, and it's still not like an expensive hotel, so. But you find somebody else's drawers. Like those, if you find drawers in the bed, that means when did them drawers come out? Drawers just don't come off in the bed.
Right.
Then somebody had them on their ass and they got hot and they getting ready to do something.
They're like, my balls are hot. Just take it off the drawer. Like that UFC fighter. My balls are hot.
A clean pair of drawers don't get under the cover.
It's Alabama in June. I got to take these off.
Man. And they were sweating because they got hot. Either that or they was getting nasty time. They get these off of me and they got pushed down to the bottom of the bed. You nasty assholes.
That is nasty.
Motherfucker. And people they be like, oh no, they gonna try to act like these ain't my drawers. I don't even wear this size.
Oh, they wasn't your size? I was about to say, if that's your size, you should have washed them and took them home with you.
They made mine.
That was a free pair of underwear.
I'm not putting on nobody else's drawers. That's where the line starts.
All you had to do was take them and wash them real quick.
Isaiah.
A free pair of boxers.
Nah, I ain't messing around. You know how mentally that shit gonna fuck you up? You put somebody else's drawers on and they print bigger than yours. Now your drawers don't even fit bigger right now. You gotta know.
That's like one time my family was staying at a beach house.
At a beach house?
I think it was Emerald Isle maybe or Oak Island. I don't remember. Anyway,
man,
my aunt, she was married to this guy named Mo at the time. Mo. And Mo was a 6'4", 250 football player, black guy, and he was looking through like the linen closets and stuff, and he found a bikini that had been left but it looked like it belonged to like a 10-year-old or something. Like it was like a child bikini. And my uncle looks at him and goes, "Mo, you need to put that bikini on and walk out in that bikini." so he put that bikini on and walked out. They said he had everything hanging out in that daggone 10-year-old bikini.
Oh, Lord. Let me tell you something.
They said, "You want to see?" My uncle said, "You ever want to see anything funny? Just have him put on a bikini, a child-sized bikini."
I see that we ain't got the same humor. I don't want to see no grown man with his balls hanging out. Ugh.
Well, that's what happened at the Paris Olympics. That blue guy. Did you see that?
Hey, I said you got a lot of stories where people's balls fall out.
And it must be sweeping the nation because like I said, it happened at the Paris Olympics with all those at the Paris Olympics when all those drag queens was lined up and they had that blue guy in the middle. His balls was hanging out on TV.
I haven't seen none of this. No,
yeah,
man.
He was spray painted in blue, and he had everything hanging out. And there's controversy. Well, it's the Last Supper. Well, it's Dionysus. We need to focus on.
I heard something about that where they were doing like they had a Last Supper type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I ain't hip on tonight. I've been watching the news lately, so.
I don't want. I only found out through Facebook because somebody posted it, and then a comedian friend of mine, mentioned that. Like, why are we bringing this up when this dude's dick was hanging out on live TV? and he, like I said, he was spray painted blue, so he brought like a whole new meaning to BBC.
Big blue. Oh man, we got man. But yeah, man, we got going on, man. Cause I don't watch the news. This is the thing. I don't. I try. I'm more now. I'm starting to.
Right.
That's good.
Well, I don't keep up with the news a lot either. Like a lot of breaking news that I see is something that somebody shared on Facebook. Like,
oh, for real? That's where you get all your news. I get it. Social media,
right? So, but most of the time, like I'm watching streaming services and stuff instead of watching the news. Mm-hmm. And last time I did John Reap's podcast, we talked about it. About should streaming services do like breaking news announcements? Like if you're watching Netflix, should there be like a red strip that comes on the bottom that says breaking news? Something happened.
See, I think that's the thing. If you do that, you have to, maybe you should set it up where you can have like you can turn it on and off if you want that type stuff. Because what you're gonna presume is breaking news, that ain't breaking news to me. Like I'm a breaking news. Like I'm like all of that. It ain't gonna necessarily matter to me.
Right.
So I need to be able to turn that on and off.
I don't think it's necessary for streaming services to do breaking news announcements because I like to be oblivious. Like even if there's like a nuclear war going on and I'm watching Netflix, I don't want to know about it. Just let me be happy and watch my Netflix while I still can.
Yeah, Okay, so this is a great question, Cole. I'm gonna ask you this. I often I ask my wife. I was like, "Yo, so when is a good time to give somebody some bad news?
Right.
Like when is the best time? Like you call like like people just recently, man. It's actually my aunt's funeral is today in Alabama. I've just been exhausted traveling and stuff coming back. It's like I can't go down. And I don't like going to funerals anyway. But I say this, like my mom called and told me that my aunt passed away, like right before a show, like she didn't know that I was going on stage then at that time, but it's the thing like, yo, how do you like, do you ask somebody, hey, you want some bad news right now, can you stand some, or you just drop it on them right then and there? It is what it is.
I would rather like just have it dropped on me. That way I don't have to like really think about it. Like if I'm getting ready to do something, just drop it on me then and there, and then I'll think about it later. Like if I'm
right then and there.
Right. Like if I'm doing comedy and you're like, oh, your aunt died, I'll be like, okay, time to go on stage, and then we'll think about it later.
Oh man, so like it wouldn't matter like if it was your mom.
Oh yeah, now if it was my mom, that's a different story. If it was my mom, okay, like I would stop dead in my tracks. I mean, there's a hierarchy of like family members.
Hey, you ain't lying though,
right? Like if somebody said, "Oh, your fourth cousin that you've only met a couple times just passed away,"
you go here play on Netflix.
Right, I'm gonna play on Netflix.
he gonna pause it for a second.
I'm gonna pause it for a second and be like, "Oh, that's so
you can go pee." It ain't even. He's like, somebody told you this. You didn't stop to take a moment. Isaiah stopped to go pee. Give me a second. Come back. What you said again?
Give me a second. I gotta go drain the main vein. Okay, what'd you say?
You come back. Start the show right up. He's like, all right, what y'all gonna do about it?
Yeah, what's the plan here?
Man, that's really kind of wild though when you think about it. You're a cold piece of shit, Isaiah. I mean, not that play. We all do that, man.
Right, it's kind of true though. I mean, there is like a hierarchy.
I mean, like everybody kind of do that.
Like if I was to be like, Ray, your fifth cousin that lives in, I don't know, Denver, Colorado. You've only met him once. He just passed away. You probably wouldn't have the same reaction if it was like, you know,
of course not. I didn't. Man, that's been like, oh shit. And then I've had people, but I've then also had like people that I've had someone pass, like I don't know. I met dude, David A. Arnold. I met dude we worked like 5 shows together. And I opened for him like a month or so before he passed away. And then, but it was just so close to seeing somebody talking and then like, oh shit.
Right.
He was gone. You know, you got a chance to, talk with somebody, and like I'm talking to you, like, oh shit. One of us passed away, I'm just talking to, I mean, maybe not you, Isaiah. I know you're a piece of shit, but it would affect me.
Yeah, now that would affect me. Like if it was like somebody that I was just talking to the day before, and they're like, oh, something happened to them, I'd be like, oh crap, But if it's somebody that I haven't like thought about in a while, or
hey man, I'm gonna do my best to stay on people's minds. So they can say, oh. Hey,
that is mean of me though to say that, but I mean we all do it.
There's some people out here, and we all sometimes you can see people get into an accident, and then people just be like, "Oh shit, get on around that shit."
Right. They don't even think. They're just like, they're not like, "Oh, should we call the cops?" They're like, "No, we got Arby's getting cold. We need to hurry up and eat." We don't want our roast beef sandwiches getting cold.
I'm gonna eat ice cream. Yeah. My ice cream melting dough.
They just look in their waffle cone. We gotta make it. My ice cream's running down my face.
Hey man, it's heartless people out here.
Now, like with the wreck and stuff, I'll like, I kind of be like, oh, let's get around this, Like I'll be like, oh, that's like it hurts to see that,
Hey, look, man. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I've been in a lot of bad accidents, so it's always a little bit different for me. So I be helping people and shit. So yeah, man. But that's I don't know. It's I guess it all depends on if it's happened to you, then that's when you're more sympathetic to it. So until then, it's like.
Until then, I'm honking the horn. Get the F out the way.
He's starting the show back. You be mad that you made me miss some of it. Now I gotta rewind it.
I just missed my show. And I'd especially be pissed if it was like wrestling or Cobra Kai or something. I'd be like, I just missed wrestling.
You're a huge Cobra Kai fan, aren't you?
I love Cobra Kai.
Okay, first of all, do you know any more martial arts?
I know zero martial arts.
So you over there studying moves?
Yeah, I'm watching Cobra Kai, being like, sweep the leg, sweep the leg, sweep the leg. I'll be gearing up for the crane kick and stuff. But yeah, I know zero martial arts, but I love Cobra Kai.
I saw the first season and like it was all right. I just hadn't had a chance to watch any more of the episodes. And like I be missing a lot of the shows. Like the only thing I probably watch now because it's late and I don't be wanting to is this show called Alone.
I've seen bits and pieces of that.
It's a wilderness show. It's just people outside cooking and sleeping in the tent. That's pretty much.
That sounds very riveting. Very riveting. That's the whole show is just them sleeping in the tent, cooking pork and beans, and then that's it.
It's more so they're trying to figure out like they don't have anything. They just drop them off by themselves with cameras.
So they have to find their own food. They don't even give them like a can of something to be like.
No. You don't have anything. Like you have like 5 items. Well, you get like a tent and a sleeping bag, and like not even a tent. It's a tarp. They give you a tarp, a sleeping bag, and then you got your clothes, and then you got to make. And I'm thinking like a knife and a saw, like stuff to cut with. But other than that, you got and some like not even a fishing pole, just like some line, like wire. And that's what you have to stay out there. Some people be staying for like 100 days. They build log cabins and
I couldn't do that.
They be hunting their food and I'm like, and they like shoot with bow and arrows, because you only get like 9 arrows.
How long do you think you could last out there like that?
In the wilderness? Yeah. Afternoon.
After 5 hours.
Soon them mosquitoes get to hitting. I like, man, I ain't
tapping out
here like this. I'm tapping out. Hey man, let me say they had one episode and I had seen generally this is a majority, of course, this is a white people's show. Black people ain't do it, but I started to see some black people. I saw one black dude. And I don't think it was like season 2. He was talking trash. And he's like, yeah, man, we dropping off in bad territory. He was in the military. He's like, man, if you see a bear, man, if I see a bear, y'all better help the bear. I was like, man. When he got out there, the first episode, first like 5 minutes, they drop him off. And I think he took maybe 100 yards. And then he said, oh, man. And he got into the woods. And then he said, oh, man, that's bear scat. I got to get out of here. He went back to the beach.
I would last about 10 seconds. If I couldn't watch like my Netflix, I'd be like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
Hey, man. Take
me back to civilization.
Not like I used to. I used to walk through the woods and hunt and fish. Well, I mean, I still fish here now, but I ain't did it in so long. I'll be out there. There's no. I get my food from your grocery store.
Yeah, I get mine.
All of my food come with instructions.
Right.
It got a timing button on it.
All my food is like preheat oven at 375, microwave for 2 minutes.
Yeah, man. But nah, I mean I be watching some of this. I mean I'm just playing. I mean I'll do some, like I'll fish sometimes here and there. I used to be huge into fishing, but you get some stuff, you be working on other stuff and you don't get a chance to do it like you used to.
Right.
But that's I enjoy watching it, so I can still. I don't know, because do you know like the different plants and stuff that are outside your house?
Some plants I can tell, but then there's some that I'm like, I don't know what these are.
Yeah, like, but this is what they're doing in the show. They walk it through and they like, yeah, I know this is such and such plant, and it does, and he'll take it and bite it.
And wait, they'll bite it? They'll bite the plant?
I mean, they eating all the food. They picking up stuff, mushrooms and blueberries.
But what if they get the wrong plant or the wrong mushroom, and then you just see them over there in the corner, just passed out, dead?
That's it. They got an emergency button, so you better get sick, or they go. Right. I think every so often, like there's a crew, emergency crews, like way off on the other side of a lake or something, where they probably a few miles or something down the road. Right. But
I mean,
so far.
What if they're like too late and the people or the person has done made it to the upper room?
You just said the upper room. What they gonna do? They gonna come film your dead ass.
The upper room.
The upper room. Cause look, they got bears out there. Like they got.
Yeah. What if somebody gets mauled by a bear and they get there too late? It's just
they signed the waiver. The people will come out with one little single sheet of paper at the court. He knew what was gonna happen. That's it. And they're gonna show that episode as a commercial.
Now that would be a good episode. Like if somebody just got mauled to death by a bear. I'd be watching.
They give them probably. I think they give them like a horn and some bear spray. Like, but you got a horn and some bear spray. If that pepper and that sound don't make them terrified, then you about to be lunch.
Right. You about to end up a bear turd in the middle of nowhere. That's what's about to happen to you. You're gonna be a bear turd.
Like this. Yeah, man. Like this one episode, like a bear came up to the edge of the tent. Came up to the tent, and they got to throw the extra music in there. The little production music, everybody, and then they changed it to the next episode, and then the bear went away.
But yeah, my stepdad, he likes Alone, and like I said, I've seen bits and pieces. I like the 30-minute shows, like real quick, just you can binge watch them just one after the other. And that's what I like about Cobra Kai is every episode is like 35, 40 minutes, and you can just watch them.
Really?
Yeah, you can watch them real quick. Like it's like an old 80s show, kind of like how they was like 35-ish minutes. Cobra Kai's the same way. So
that's a good time frame,
right? And I think Cobra Kai, and I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this. Cobra Kai and Outer Banks are the two best shows on Netflix. I know there's a lot of
Cobra Kai and the Outer Banks.
Mm-hmm. I love
how much you got
both of those.
What
shows.
Is Outer Banks?
Outer Banks is like a treasure hunting show, but like all the main characters in the show are in like their late teens and stuff. So it's about a bunch of 17 and 18-year-olds trying to find treasure and fighting bad guys and stuff. And it's a good show. And it's all set in it's set in the Outer Banks, but it's filmed in Charleston, I think. So.
In Charleston. Okay.
Last season, they found the El Dorado. So they found this lost city that's full of gold, and then the season before that they found something else, and it's a good show.
It's adventurous.
Yeah, I guess adventurous, and there's a lot of drama around it because we're their teens, or they play on that too. But at the heart of it, it's just like a action treasure hunting adventure show.
That's kind of like this show I was watching. Where's the Mole? I think Who is the Mole on Netflix too. That's one of the other shows. Like they're trying to there's a group of people in line trying to get some money. They one person in the group, they doing like these challenges in these different like Malaysia and different places. They going through caves and all type of stuff, and then or they like propelling down a building or some shit, and then but they doing all these different tasks and these to earn money, and then there's someone in the group that is a mole, and they're trying to sabotage, which would make them lose money out of their pot. And so each and then it's kind of like a game of Clue too. So you got to try to figure out who the mole is. Gotcha. It's a pretty cool show, man. It kept my attention.
And it's on Netflix. I'll have to check that out.
It's on Netflix.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
But yeah, that's pretty much. Between that, for the last few weeks, man, I got some exciting news. I don't even know when it's gonna drop, but I got some exciting news. It's gonna probably drop before December, but December 22nd, 2024. I'm at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm headlining the club, and I'm also planning on shooting a special of some sort there. So
that's gonna be
y'all
awesome.
Pull up. Yeah.
And you said December 22nd, 2024.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Special. Gotcha.
Show starts at 6 p.m.
Gotcha.
Doors open at 5 p.m. I just got the details, so I guess this is now a good time to even just put it out there. Started. It's like what, July now?
So, go ahead and promote it.
Yeah, I got to start promoting it. I saw who was that? I saw somebody who was like Chris Rock was gonna be somewhere in February. I said February.
How far out is should you be promoting stuff? Because that February, that's a little I
don't know. That's what I'm trying to. I don't know. I've seen Chris do it, and I see other people. I'm like,
I feel like if it's still the same year, that seems fine. But if you're promoting a year out in advance, it's a little.
But that's the thing is that's what they do it for movies. Summer 2025. You be like, what? I can't wait to see that movie.
Right. They did the same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine. They promoted it in 2023. I'm like, I want to see it now. I don't want to have to wait that long.
Yeah. So that's the thing is, you letting them know well ahead of time, and then I guess somewhere in the middle you got to start ramping it up to coming. Oh man, boy, we got to get our tickets. So they put them on notice, I guess.
Right.
And 4046. 2046. Like what?
In 2046, Jaws 18 is coming out.
Let y'all niggas know right now.
It might be.
Go ahead.
It might be 20 years from now, but go ahead and get your damn tickets.
The tickets will be much more expensive then.
Could you imagine how much a movie ticket is going to cost in 2046?
What?
Could you imagine the cost of a daggone movie ticket by then?
In 2046, a movie ticket gonna cost a piece of ass. You're gonna have to give up something.
You're gonna be like, hey baby, will you get me in to see this new movie? I really want to see it.
They not go. The price is gonna be so high. Do you know how much stuff costs now? Man.
Oh yeah,
you go to the grocery store.
They're
2046.
It's expensive now. Could you? In the future, it's gonna cost $40 just to see a daggone superhero movie.
What? I don't know.
But yeah, you're right. It's going to cost a piece of ass. That's what it's going to cost.
I don't know. 2046. That's hard to think about it.
Right? Yeah, that is a while down the road, but I mean, that.
Maybe like 20 years from now. like how you say you're 23?
Yeah, 23.
You're gonna be 43. You done went through all your 20s and 30s.
Right? I can skip through all of that.
That's a long time. You still gonna get there though. You gonna see now me, I drink a lot. Maybe.
Wait, so how old are you gonna be 20 years from now?
20 years from now I'm gonna be 57. No, 58.
So see, you'll still be around in 2046 to see how much a movie ticket's costing.
I'm trying to get in shape now, so maybe. Trying to live a healthier life.
But you'll have to donate an arm and a leg just to see some kind of comedy movie. You'll have to.
You ain't gonna be able. Look, it's gonna be just that. Movie's gonna be so expensive that we're gonna only have to send one person to watch it, and they're gonna have to come back and tell us about the movie.
It's gonna be everything. 20 years from now is gonna be so expensive that we'll have to bring back the bartering system, like in the 1800s and stuff.
Man, look, I already know it is. As soon as this AI hit, none of us gonna have no job.
We're gonna be like, "Here's my cow. Let me go see this."
Man, we ain't none of us gonna have no job.
Right.
Now look, if y'all want to see a movie, this is what the people at home is gonna see this. Y'all want to see a movie? Send me. I'll come back and tell y'all all about it.
You'll do movie reviews for everybody. Just give Ray
tell you about the movie,
and he'll go for you. And I'll do the same thing. I'll go for people too. That way you don't have to see it. Just give me a ticket and I'll go and watch.
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna revert back. We're gonna be listening to. I already listened to books on tape, on audio.
We're gonna be listening to movies and shows on radio like they did in the 30s. Yeah. Break out the radio and have to tune it to some station.
Nah, it's not gonna go back. It's not gonna go back like that. It can't, because there's too many people right now that already make their own content. We're just gonna be watching homegrown content like we do now.
Right.
Just some lady in the house cooking something.
But yeah, if somebody wants to go see a movie, just pay me and I'll go see it for you. Especially if it's a dirty flick. If it's a skin flick, I'm
just nasty. You're gonna get scabies again. In the theater.
If it's a skin flick, I'll jump up real quick and be like, I'll see it for you.
Now I know where the scabies went. You want to go to the movies to see a nasty movie? You and 40 other horny people in the back with popcorn.
I'll see Girl Gone Wild for you, preacher.
Isaiah come back, so there were some big tits, right?
Yeah, that's how I remember. There was big tits. That's it.
Well, look, man, I think that's it for me today, man. I got running close on time, but
I do have to show you something real quick. So, I got this record the other day.
You got what?
A record.
Like, oh, word. Is that your people's record?
Yes, sir. It's the new.
That's cool.
So I pre-ordered it, and it came it came in the mail.
I'm add them to my. I'm about to add them to my Apple Music right now. $49 Winchester. I like country music, so I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it, and it came in the mail the 26th, I think.
Which album is that?
It's Leaving This Holler.
This.
But now if you didn't pre-order
I got it. No, I can still hear a few songs on Fast Asleep. That sounds like something I listen to.
That's actually a slow song, and they use the Czech orchestra from Czech Republic to play like violins and stuff in the song.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. But now the album drops August the 2nd. That's when
August 2nd.
Yeah, so if people didn't pre-order it, then August the 2nd is when it comes out.
Man, I'm gonna listen to what I can listen to, and I'm gonna check out. Man, we should see if we can. I think you say we can get them on the show.
Oh, I think we could get them on the show because I'm pretty sure when like our first episode drops, he'll listen, and then when this episode drops, he'll listen to this, and I'm pretty sure we could get him on the show.
I'll be done listen to more of that music by then because I generally listen to so much music and so many different varieties of music. So
I do too.
So that's my like you like the Billboard 100. I think you had sent me like Shabuzi was it country music.
Yeah, he was number one. A bar song that was like number one on the charts.
Yep.
And somebody at work the other day was like, I haven't heard it yet. I'm like, how haven't you heard it yet? It's everywhere.
I don't know. That's what it is, man. People starting to cross over into music, so into the different genres of music. So
well, that's how my cousin is. Like, they're 49 Winchester at heart. They are a country band, but like when you hear the guitar solos and stuff, you don't get like a country vibe. And then when you hear their piano player, you don't get like a country vibe. So it's all these different styles of music coming together to create, ultimately, at the end of the day, country music.
Yep. That's what's up.
So yeah, folks, pre-order Leaving This Holler.
Thanks for listening to the Unplanned and Unashamed podcast. If you like what you've heard, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and follow. And we'll see you on the next episode.